ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। So, what do we remember so far now? Too long ago we studied. So, what were we looking at? We were looking at krit pratyayas. So, what are krit pratyayas? Just so you remember. 1 second. Krit pratyayas are suffixes added to a dhatu. Added to dhatu in what sense? Usually in the sense of one or more karakas or bhave. So what are the karakas? Kartrikaraka, karmakaraka, karanakaraka, sampradanakaraka, apadanakaraka, and adhikaranakaraka. 6 karakas, of which sampradana you normally don't have to worry much about. Not much to do. Main is karta, karma, first 2, then karana, adhikarana, then apadana. Sampradana, you'll hardly have any pratyayas coming from that, right? So we add these pratyayas in order to get what? When you add a krit pratyaya to a dhatu, what do you get? A pratipadikam, a noun base. And what do you do with the pratipadikam? You decline it, like Rama Shabda, etc. You have to know which Shabda to use to decline, right? So in the last class, we saw a summary, kind of a summary of a lot of pratyayas. So as I said last time, I did that so that you have enough to chew on for 4 weeks. So now the question is, do you have, so we saw these, kta pratyaya. It is added in the sense of what? So you should remember these conditions of what? The pratyaya has got a Paninian name, if I can call it that. We'll understand that a few weeks later, what it means. The contents of the pratyaya, the ka is not part of it, just ta. Then which dhatus can take this particular pratyaya? Here, all dhatus can take the pratyaya. And in what karaka senses can the pratyaya be added? It is either karma or bhava. Then we saw the kala. Is there a kala? Yes. This is only in bhuta kala, past tense. Which gender will the pratipadikam have? All genders. When I say all genders, understand that although feminine gender form will change, we'll say this is all genders. Okay, that feminine pratyaya addition is not counted in the pratipadikam to start with. Then, is there an additional meaning to the pratipadikam? Can be there, not for everything, but some of them will have additional meanings. Then, which template should be used for declining this particular pratipadikam? What is the 3 pratyaya to be added? So this is how we looked at each pratyaya. So the first pratyaya we saw was kta. All right. So then the second pratyaya again we saw is what? Kta. And what is that? The difference is what now? This can only be added to gatyarthaka or akarmaka and a few other dhatus, selected dhatus. In what sense? Here it is in the sense of karta. Very big difference. So the same pratyaya can be added in the sense of a karta or a karma. Both are possible, right? Again, past tense, and gender will be in all genders. All right. Okay. So the forms, interestingly, are what? Here also you get, Gata, patita. Previous line also you'll get gata, patita. Yes, Bhuma, you have a question?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yeah.
When we say gati artaka, what do we exactly mean? Because here we have supta as a gati artaka.
No, it is akarmaka, not gatyartaka. Akarmaka or gatyartaka.
Oh, okay, okay.
Supta is akarmaka, not gatyartaka.
Okay.
Gati can mean any kind of movement. Yawning is a movement.
Oh, okay.
Falling is a movement. Walking is a movement. Running is a movement. Swimming is a movement. So, number of dhatus, which are gatyartaka, have a sense of movement, some motion.
Okay.
Sneezing will be a motion. And majority of them will also be a karmaka. So, either way it will fit.
Okay. Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah. So, in all those senses, we can add. And then we have the same ta pratyaya, which I didn't dwell much on, can also be added in some cases in the vartamana kala, not bhuta kala, which I said we ignore for now. All right. And then one more time ta pratyaya is added in what sense? Only in the sense of bhava. And this is again applicable to all, but the gender is only neuter, like pathita, hasita, khadita, etc. So therefore, Stri Pratyaya is not applicable since it is only in neuter gender. Only if it's available in feminine, we will have a Stri Pratyaya. All right. Then the next Pratyaya, ktavatu, is added in what sense? Is added in the sense of karta. Again, only in the past tense. And the words we get are gatavat, pathitavat, drishtavat, prishtavat, etc. And they will decline like imatu. All right. With this much said, let me ask you now, are there any questions on these pratyayas? Because I'm hoping if when you did the exercise, you may have run into some trouble. So if you have questions, I'll take them. Yes, Vrinda.
When we decline, no, Swamiji, how will you know the meaning of that?
Now, do you know first the meaning of the word you're declining or not? Which word? You give me an example.
Gataha, gataha.
Gata. Okay, gata. Now, what does gata mean first?
To go, gata.
No, gata is not to go. Gum is to go. Don't say gata is to go.
Sorry.
Gum dhatu is to go, right? What is gata? Gum plus ta pratyaya. Added in the sense of, in the past tense, added in the sense of karma. Karma, let us say. Karma means what? The destination of going. So gata will be what? The destination gone to. Okay. Now, when you say gataha, it means it's first case. What is first case? Karta or karma, depending on prayoga. Right? So now let us look at this. Now I can say Ramena Vanam Gataha. Ramena Vanam Gataha. Do you understand what I'm saying? Gataha. Let's understand this, okay? Because this is something which we need to understand. We will spend a few minutes on this right now. Let me share my screen so I can type it out and make you see. You can put your hand down. Just give me 1 second. All right, share screen. Okay. So let us say now we look at this. Is this visible or too small? Let me make it a little bigger. So hopefully it'll be easier to see. Okay. And view web. Okay. Visible now to all of you? Okay. So let's take a few examples, okay? Let us take this example. I start. The forest was gone to by Rama. That's what I want to say. All right. Now you tell me, what word, any one of you can raise your hand and answer. What case should forest be in? The forest was gone to by Rama. Yes, Santosh. Unmute and answer.
Swamiji, Pranam Swamiji, Dvitiya Vibhakti, because it is the karma.
Okay, next. Bhuma, what do you have to say? Uma, you raised your hand. Unmute and answer.
Here it is Ramena Vanam.
Question
Gata.
is, what should be the case of forest?
Forest should be in the Pratama Vibhakti and
Good.
Rama should be in the third Vibhakti.
Good. So now forest is, what's the word? Vanam.
Vanam.
Forest word is Vanam.
Vanam.
All right. Which gender? Vana is a pratipadika. Which gender?
Vanam.
Neuter.
Vane,
Neuter. Neuter.
Hmm.
Neuter. Therefore, what will be first case?
Vanam.
Vanam. Right? This is now 1-1. Right?
Correct.
It is 1-1. Vanam. Right? By Rama. What will you say?
Ramena.
Ramena. Not na. Ramena. Why? In what sense is this? Ramena Tritiya Bhakti, in what sense?
As an instrument by Rama.
Think carefully.
It is Karmani Prayoga.
Therefore, Ramena is what? What
Ramena-
Karaka is Rama?
Rama is third. It's by Rama. It is instrument.
That I know. Okay. Who else wants to answer this? Woman, hand down. Yes, Douglas.
Yes, Karta.
It's Karta. In Karmani Prayoga, Karta is the third case. Very good. Thank you. So now, Ramena Vanam. So now, was gone to. What word would you use, Douglas?
Gata.
Gata. Just now we have seen, right? Next slide. So now the word is what? Gata. What does Gata mean now? Gata is that which is gone to. That which is gone to. So now, that which is gone to is what? The forest. All right. Therefore, the sentence will be what? Gata is the pratipadika. Now, what does it go along with? With Vanam. It is qualifying Vanam. Therefore, it should take the same case and number as Vanam. Therefore, what should this be in? 1-1. Correct? Correct? So now, but what is the gender for Gata now?
It is Napumsakalinga.
It has to be. Why?
Because Vanam is in Napumsakalika and
Because
takes
Vana, don't say Vanam. Vana is
Yes.
in Napumsakalinga. That's the right way to say. Vanam is a padam. Vana is the pratipadika. Vana is a Napumsaka pratipadika. Therefore, when Gata is going with that, it should also be in neuter. So it should be what? Gatam. Right? So what will the sentence now? Ramena Vanam Gatam. Okay?
Yes.
Is this clear? Anyone has a problem here? Okay, 1 second. I don't see all hands here. I have to stop this share probably. Whoever has raised a hand, is there only one hand raised? Ganeshan, can you see?
There's no,
Or no hands are raised? No hands. Okay, that's good. All right. So Ramena Vanam Gatam. All right. Now, the thing is, the question was, how do I understand this declined word, Gatam? So you see, Gata will typically be an adjective to something. Here. Therefore, Gatam means what? What is the translation? The forest was gone to by Ram. How do you translate Gatam? Now you need to understand this. There is no better way to explain it except by an example. Similarly, I could say, in the forest, or I have said here, forest was gone to Ram, right? Now, in the forest gone to by Rama. In the forest gone to by Rama, there are lions. There are lions. How will you say that now? You want to say in the forest. So you'll have to what? You have to bring in Vane. Okay. Now, what is it now? It is the forest we're talking about, where Rama has to go to that forest. Therefore, what? Gate. So I will make it what now? Ramena. Gate. Vane. Lion is what? Simha. Simha. Many are there. Simha. Santi. Does it make sense? Are people able to follow? Anyone has a problem? Ask. Are you able to follow this? What sentence is this meaning now? In the forest, gone to by Rama, there are lions. So what happened to Gata now? It went with Vana again. But here, Vanam was the destination. Here, Vana is the location. You see the difference? Therefore, the case and number of Gata is going with Vana. Okay? Suppose you just want to say, yes, Deepti, you have a question?
Swamiji, like why would Santi, if it is Gate is in the past tense, so Santi also need to be in the past tense, or
Need not be. Can be now also. To the forest which Rama went, now there are lions. Why not? Adhyapi Santi. No problem with that.
Okay.
No issue with that. Okay. I could drop this. I can say Asan. That's also okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Focus on saying, how do you understand this Gatan? That's all I'm trying to focus on. All right. So Bhuma is the, sorry, not Bhuma. Vrinda, is it making sense to you? Are you able to understand?
Yes, Swamiji. Yes,
Okay.
Swamiji.
Okay. So this is how we have to play with this. We'll see more examples as we go. All right. Yes, Sampath. Unmute and speak. Yeah.
When the ta pratyaya is used in the sense of karma as well as karta, and
right now we're looking at karma meaning. Please understand. Don't mix up things. Okay. Right now we're going with karmani.
Correct, Swamiji. But earlier when you were saying, just like 10 minutes before, you were just saying that in karma also it ends like patita, gata. In karta also, gata, patita.
Yeah.
So how do we recognize?
We will look into that. We will look into that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Shailaja, you have something to ask?
Swamiji, how do we understand the tense?
Which tense?
Because, for Gata.
Tense of what?
Gata.
Okay. Look, you go back to the spreadsheet, right? What did you see? The ta pratyaya is added in what sense? Which kala? Bhutakala. Ta pratyaya is added in Bhutakala. Are you with me?
Bhutakala only,
but what?
But there it was written, one was in Bhutakala, but the other places it was written in all tenses.
Where did you see that? In some other case, not in ta pratyaya. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, share screen. I'll just say share. I think that would allow me to share anything I want to share. So that's right. Let us see now. Do you see the spreadsheet now? Yes? Okay, good. So now in the spreadsheet, look at this. Look at the pratyaya we are interested in right now. We are looking at the first ta now. Ta pratyaya is added in what karaka? Karma bhava. And what kala? Bhuta only. Where is all here? There is no all. Where will you see all? You come down. See, this is in all. Only in bhavarth, not in bhutarth. See, there are different dimensions. Kala is one dimension. Look at another one now. You will see Tavya is there in all tenses. Aniyar is there in all tenses. But not this ta, not the first ta. It is only in bhuta. Is that clear? All right. If it's not clear, ask, because see, these things are basics.
No, maybe I had generalized it, you know, that.
No, you can't. See, this is why the matrix is drawn here, so that you understand. You have to understand a pratyaya in terms of each element here. Then the pratyaya understanding will be clear to you. Otherwise, you are likely to get into trouble. Okay?
While solving the exercise, I had the problem. I was unable
Fair
to
enough.
identify.
But I'm saying, when you look at kta, you have to know which kta you're using now. Is it the first one, second one, third one, fourth one? There is no four pratyayas, okay? One pratyaya in different senses. But for ease, I have made it as though there are four here. Same pratyaya. Word will look exactly the same. No difference. But the meanings will be different. Right now, we're looking at the first one, which is in the sense of karma, which is bhutartha. So we get the word gata from. Okay? All right. Now, let's go back here. You're seeing the screen, right? With the Word document? Good. All right. So now, Rama, see the same thing. Forest was gone to by Rama, right? I'm just changing its prayoga now to kartari prayoga. All right. So Rama will be in what case now? Rama went to the forest. What case will Rama be in? Someone answer, please.
1-1.
Yes.
1-1.
Yeah. 1-1. So Rama, what is 1-1 of Rama?
Ramaha.
Good. That much everybody should answer. Rama. All right. Rama. And when you're done, please mute yourself back so that everybody is not unmuted. It'll be more trouble. Okay. Rama. Now what? Forest. What case should forest be in?
Pratya.
Yes, Vaijayanti. Unmute and answer.
Swamiji, Dvitiya Vibhakti.
What should
Vanam.
be the word?
Vanam.
Vanam. Now, Vanam is not like in first. It is 2-1. Correct? That's different.
Yeah.
Though it looks like same, it is very different. Ramaha Vanam. What should I say next now? Forest. Forest is the object, right? Vanam. That is correct. Now I want to say went to. How will I say it?
Gataha. Sure.
Now look. Please don't answer because there are people raising hands. I will ask you one by one. All right? That will be better for me because otherwise everyone answers together won't go. Deepti, you have a question or you have an answer?
Answer. Gatavan.
Okay. Now there are two possibilities. What are they? First, let us take you said Gatavan. Let's go with that. What pratyaya is that?
Ktavatu.
Pratyaya is ktavatu. Ktavatu pratyaya. Okay. Gatavan. What is Gatavan's case and number now?
1-1.
1-1. This is one possibility. What does it mean now? Rama went to the forest. So in what sense is Gatavan?
Past tense.
Past tense is tense. In what karaka sense? Which karaka is it denoting? Gatavan. Huh?
Ramaha.
Which karaka does tavatu denote?
Karta.
Karta. Correct. Now we have to see the other possibility. We said kta pratyaya can also go in the sense of karta because gatyartha katha. Correct? Now the question is, someone has to now tell me, I want to use the kta pratyaya. Raise your hand, whoever wants to answer, and I will ask. Yes, Vrinda. What will I say? Instead of Gatavan, what will I say?
Gadaha, Swamiji, Gadaha.
Gataha. Correct.
Pulling.
It is correct. Gataha. Now what does Gataha mean? What is it denoting now? Which karaka?
Karma Karaka. Karta Karaka. Sorry, Karta Karaka.
Good.
Karta Karaka.
Okay. So now Ramaha Vanam Gata. And previous sentence was what? Ramena Vanam Gatam. They mean what? Anything different? They mean the same. Do you see that? Ramena Vanam. Sorry. You see this now? This is the first sentence we got. Using ta pratyaya in the sense of what?
Karmani prayoga.
Karma. Whereas now we are using as what? Karta. And we get this.
Karta.
Therefore, we can get both possibilities. And we use ktavatu. So we have three possibilities. Or I could say Ramaha Vanam. This much is okay. I want to now say it in Tinganta. What lakara should I use? We haven't done it so far. But what lakara should we use? Yes, Santosh.
Lang lakara. Swamiji.
Lang lakara. What will be the form for lang lakara?
Agachat.
Agachat. Thank you. So you see now, what have we done here now? This is a verb which is in third person singular. So now you have Ramaha Vanam Gatavan, Ramaha Vanam Gataha, Ramaha Vanam, sorry, this should go. Agachat. All three mean what? Exactly the same. No difference. You should be equally comfortable with all the three. Yes, Sharat. Unmute and speak.
Guruji, out of these three versions, which is the most desirable?
All three are equivalent. It is your choice. What we need more importantly is any one of these is used, you interpret it correctly. You are not going to write them. You're going to interpret what you say. All right. Now look at this. Suppose you want to say with this agachat. Agachat now is what? Agachat, agachatam, agachan, agachaha, agachatam, agachata, agacham, agachava, agacham. Exactly same like latlakara, except it is past tense. Same person, number, gender, everything else works. Only thing is now past tense. And which kind of a past tense? It is supposed to be not yesterday's past. A little older than that. But then the past tense can be many. Whereas the gataha can stand for yesterday, can stand for today, can stand for 10 centuries ago also. Same word can be used. And if we wanted to say this, Ramena gate vane simha santi, you try with agachat, you will be in trouble. Because Ramaha vanam agach one sentence. Then you will have to say what? Tasmin vane simha santi. You will have to add a second sentence. You cannot make it one sentence. Now you can make so many adjectives within that. This is a phenomenal flexibility which is given to you by Kridantas. Cannot be enjoyed with Kridantas. I can say, I can make another sentence. What? Ramena, same sentence I will start, okay? Ramena vane gate. See, I'll just change the order just for clarity, okay? Ramena vane gate. Tasya pita. Murchitaha. I can say. Abhavat. Murchita abhavat. Asit. What does it mean now? Ramena vane gate. Now what have I done? This is a special use of Saptami. This kind of a Saptami usage. Both word in Saptami. This is called Sati Saptami really. This is what it is called. This usage is called Sati Saptami. What does it mean? This kind of seventh case is used to tell the timing of one event based on another event. Father fainted. Pita murchitaha. Again, ta pratyaya. Murchitaha. All right. And I'm using it in the sense of kartari, like gata. Pita murchitaha. When did father faint? Ramena vane gate. Or Rame vane gate also is possible. Okay. So the point is now here This vane gate will translate as when he went to the forest, not in the forest, in the going. The seventh case special use is called sati saptami. When something happens, another thing happens. You have two events. When the sun rises, I wake up. If I want to say that, I have to say something like udite surye. Means what? Surya, you know very well. Surya is sun. Udita is ta pratyaya again. Meaning what? Risen. When the sun has risen, udite surye. Juhoti. Juhoti means what? He does a sacrifice. Sandhyam upasate. Udite surye. I can say Sandhyam upasate. Not upasate. Upasate. When the sun rises, he does a Sandhyavandanam. Sandhyavandanam karoti. Ityartha. This is making sense? So this kind of usage we have not seen so far, again is called sati saptami. Means when one thing happens, another thing is done. When A, then B. That when A will go in seventh case. Two words in seventh case. Is this clear or is it unclear? So when the cows are milked, then people go for a walk. So basically we have to make two clauses. One should be well known. One should be well known. Like sun rising is well known. You can't make the sentence, when I do Homa, then sun rises. That is not appropriate. What is well known should go in some. Right? When I was born, my father was 40 years old. Whatever you want to say. When I was born. So you're not giving a fixed time. You're only saying the time of one event based on another event. So the event based on which you're telling the time will go in seventh case. This is a usage we have not seen so far, but it's a possibility. Now you want to use something like this without Kridanta, you'll have a big trouble doing this. So we have to understand Kridantas have a lot of advantages. We'll just see them as we go. Okay. So is this clear now? Rama went to the forest and, by Rama, forest was gone. Yes, Sampath.
In that, Swamiji, the first example, Gatavan. I mean, please, you can go up a little bit, Swamiji.
This one?
Ramaha Vanam Gatavan. Ktavatu pratyaya, does it? I've not seen it as a one ending. Swamiji.
Look, the word is Gatavat. Go back to the spreadsheet, okay?
Yeah.
Look at this now. Ktavatu pratyaya is here. All right? What is the word going to be? Ktavatu, pratyayas. How does it decline? Like dhimatu. How does dhimat decline? You have to go and look up.
Okay.
This is homework. Okay? Dhiman, dhimantau, dhimantaha. Gatavan, gatavantau, gatavantaha. See, without the declensions, we don't make progress. Every time we will be stuck with a question like this because we won't know how it declines. So this is why all these have to go together.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Anybody else has any questions? Okay. Let's go back to the document now here. Okay. Now, Sita was seen by Hanuman, I want to say. Sita was seen by Hanuman. What will be the word for was seen? Raise your hand. Who knows?
There is a raise.
Anybody else? Yes, Harsha.
Hanumatena Sita Drishta.
Okay, so the word for seen is what?
Drishpash, to see.
Drishta. Why Drishta?
Because Sita was seen. Object
Sita is feminine. What's important is Sita. Sorry. Sita is feminine. Therefore, drishta, you add a pratyaya, Sri pratyaya becomes drishta. And what case would drishta be?
1-1.
1-1. Good. Sita is
1-1.
1-1. And now the third one is Hanumat. The pratipadikam is Hanumat. How will you decline? That's what we have to know. You made a good guess, like Ramayana, but Hanumat is Takaran.
Hanumata.
Okay? Hanumata. Should be what? Hanumata. Is this making sense to you? Others? See, the pratipadikam is Hanumat. Hanumat. Hanumat declines like what? Hanuman, Hanumantau, Hanumantah. Hanumantam. Thereby Hanumantam Ashray. Not Hanumatam. Hanumantam Ashray. Hanumantam Prarthaye. I pray to Hanumanta. But when you say Hanumanta, you see, we call him Hanumanta. We don't call him Hanumat. But if you're talking Sanskritam, you should say what? Hanumat is Pratipadik. But when you call him, how will you call him? Hey Hanuman. Not Hey Hanumat. Hey Hanuman, Hey Hanumantau, Hey Hanumantaha. Like Hey Dhiman, Hey Dhimantau, Hey Dhimantaha. That extra na does not come everywhere. Only in the first 5. Hanuman, Hanumantau, Hanumantaha. Hanumantam, Hanumantau. Then that na goes. Hanumataha, Hanumata, Hanumadbhyam, Hanumadhi. It will all go like Marut. This is what you will see in our spreadsheet, in our slides. That in the first 5, there will be difference. If you know that, rest will go like Marut. So what will it become? Hanumata, Sita, Drishta. And you should be watchful here. In the exercise I gave you, I had made a mistake. I, by mistake, put a word as Drashta. You remember that? In your exercise, there was a word which said Drashta. This is Drashta, not Drishta. And this means, this is what, this word is Drashtr. Drashtr. Trich pratyaya. In 1-1.
What does it mean?
Seer. Drashta is seer. It's a subanta. Drashtr is a pratipadika. But here it is what? Drishta. Very different. Dr, dra. One is r, one is repa, ra. So, Drishta, Sita, Hanumata. You can put them in any order. Hanumata, Sita, Drishta. Drishta, Hanumata, Sita. Any way you put it, it will be what? It will mean the same. Sita was seen by Hanuman. Now, suppose you want to say Hanuman saw Sita. Hanuman saw Sita. How will you say it now? Yes, Santosh.
Hanumanaha Sitam Pashyati.
Wait. First, you have to know. Hanumat Pratipadika. How does it line?
Hanuman.
Not Hanumana. Okay? Everything is not Rama. Correct. Hanuman.
Hanuman Sitam.
So let us write it. Hanuman is 1-1 now. He is Karta.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what did he do?
Sitam.
Sitam. What case is that?
2-1.
Correct. Sitam will be 2-1. And what did he do?
Pashyati.
I said saw. Was seen. Saw. Hanuman saw Sita. Lang lakara. Lang lakara, if you say, you will use apashyat. You will use apashyat. Okay. What are the other options?
Ta pratyaya. Ta pratyaya.
Ta pratyaya. How will you say? Now, ta pratyaya, if you use, you cannot. Is it gatyartha? Is it akarmaka? It's neither of them. So you cannot use ta. You can use what?
Karma.
Ktavatu. You want kartari here. Ktavatu. What is ktavatu pratyaya going to give you?
Drishtavan.
Drishtavat with the pratipadika will decline as, first line you tell me?
Drishtavan, Drishtavantau, Drishtavantaha.
Second line. Drishtavantam, Drishtavantau, Drishtavataha. Up to first 5, you have to remember, okay? First 5 forms. First case full, second case singular, plural, singular dual. Up to there are differences. And this is something you should watch in all your declensions. First 5 can be different. This is a hint, okay? So now what? Apashyat or what's the word finally?
Drishtavan.
Drishtavan. Make sense? Is this clear to all of you? Everyone okay? I have to see faces sometimes, you know, otherwise I'm not sure what's happening. Yes, Deep, do you have a question?
Yes, Swamiji, why can't we use ta pratyaya here?
Okay.
I
If
didn't
you
get
use
it.
ta pratyaya, okay. Suppose you ta pratyaya, you can. But in what? Hanuman will be karta or karma, or Sita will be karta or karma. What will it be? You have to decide. See, I'm saying, if you want to say Hanuman saw Sita, right? Which means I'm putting Sita as the, okay, what will your sentence be? Let's look at it. Let me not deny it first. We already wrote one sentence. What was that? Hanumata Sita Drishta. Now you have an alternative, you tell me with the pratyaya. I want to hear it.
Drishtaha.
See. Okay, you want to say Drishta. Now let's understand. Suppose, what will you say? Hanuma, what is the sentence going to be? Give me the whole sentence.
Hanuman Sitam Drishtaha.
Okay, so let's go into it now. Let's go and look into that sentence, okay? Give me 1 second. Where is our document? There it is. Now, the sentence you're giving me is Hanuman, correct? Sitam. So far you're correct, correct? And now you want to say here,
Drishtaha.
is that what you want to say? Correct? Okay. Now let us understand this word. This word drishtaha is not correct. So let us look at that word first. Understand it. What does the word mean? Now, drish plus ta pratyaya added. Correct? Now, ta pratyaya is drish dhatu. Is it a gatyarthaka dhatu? You don't know. I'm telling you it is not. Is it sakarmaka dhatu or akarmaka?
Sakarma.
Sakarmaka. Can it take ta pratyaya in the sense of kartari? What is the condition? Go back to our spreadsheet. Ktavatu, pratyaya, not ktavatu. You want to add ta. Let's go back to ta. Ta pratyaya can be added in the sense of karta when if dhatu is either gatyarthaka or akarmaka. Does the dhatu drish fit into either of these? It doesn't.
The
Therefore,
drishti goes, right?
sorry?
The
Repeat.
drishti goes.
No, I didn't understand.
Drishti goes, it's not pratyarthaka.
No, it's not gatyarthaka. See, what is gatyarthaka? You can't guess. So I'm telling you it's
okay.
Okay, that much I will tell you. So if it is not gatyarthaka, then what meaning will you get here? You will get a funny meaning. Okay, what will be the meaning now? Suppose it is drishtaha. Drishta represents what now? Only object. Okay, and you want to add here as karmani. So Hanuman will become seen. Then you should change sentence Sita, Sitaya. You understand the problem?
Oh, yes, yes.
The whole meaning will become different. So you cannot do this. This is not possible. Is that clear?
So it's possible like every time ta pratyaya cannot be used always.
For kartari. For karmani or bhava, you're open, wide open. Go back to the spreadsheet.
Okay.
If you look here, first line, ta pratyaya, karma or bhava. For which dhatus? All dhatus, no exception. Every dhatu can take it. But you want it in for ta pratyaya and kartari sense, only for gatyarthaka and akarmaka dhatus. No choice. Make sense?
Yes, Swamiji. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let's go back now to our chart. So now you understood this. Apashyat is lang lakara. Okay, and this is which form? It is 3-1 form. Lang lakara 3-1. So far as you memorize it, you will be in good shape, no trouble. Okay, so this is how it will be. Now I want to say the boy fell. Yes, Sampath, you have a question? Unmute and ask.
Yes, Swamiji. In that chart, Swamiji, in the summary, pratyaya is used in the first one. It says karma or bhava.
Yeah.
Genders you've given us all, and even down on the fourth one you're given us like bhava, and the gender is only neutral. So whenever bhava comes, we have to say it is only the neutral.
I will explain. Okay, give me a little time.
Okay.
Okay. First, let's look at this. The boy fell. The boy fell. All right. How will we say it? The boy, let's say Bala. Yes, Douglas.
Balaha patitavan.
Good. Let's start with that. Balaha patitavan. So patitavan is in what sense? Kartari karmani bhave.
Kartari.
Kartari. Very good. All right. Now I want to say it. What kind of a pratyaya is it now? What kind of a root is it to fall? It's a gatyarthaka. There's a movement in it. And it's akarmaka, both. Therefore, I can use kta pratyaya also. How will I say it now?
Balaha patita.
Balaha. Sorry. Balaha patitaha. Correct? You with me, right? Not patitaha. Sorry, it's a mistake. Be patitaha. Balaha patitaha. Now, can you also put it as karmani? Bhave prayoga. See, this is kartari now. This both of these are in kartari. Correct? Both of them are kartari. Now, can you put in bhave? What will it be?
Balena patitam.
Balena. Balena patitam. Okay. Now, these three are saying what? The boy fell. Now, Sampath, you asked a question. In the last line, it says neuter and bhava. What is the meaning there? That meaning is a little different. There, it is the meaning of falling. So there, I will have to say, I can't say it. This patitam is the, see, this patitam is which one now? This is bhave of the first line. Bhave, first line. First line in the spreadsheet. Just so you know that we are on the same page.
Okay.
This is the bhava I'm using. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now your question is, what about this fellow, the fourth line? What about this fellow? Yeah?
Yes,
now, the problem here is this fellow, let me see if I have updated here. You see what it says here?
It is not showing up.
No. Sorry? Spreadsheet is not showing?
It's not coming.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. I'll fix it. Give me 1 second. I thought, unfortunately, every time I have to do that. Share. All right. Now, is the screen showing? Okay. Now you see this ta we saw right now. Now the fourth line. Sorry, fourth line ta. This one. Have you seen there is an additional note here? What does it say? Can you see that now? The agent will, not will of. Agent of action, not will of. Okay. Agent of action will be in what case?
Okay. Okay.
Sixth case. So now what will happen here is a little different. So now what has to happen here is, it's not the same meaning. I can say what? Balasya
Okay.
patitam hasaniyah. Very different sentence, okay? Now, what this means now in English is the falling of the boy. The falling of the boy. Not hasaniyah, I can make it hasaniyam. Means what? Is laughable. Is laughable. Hasadhatu, to laugh. It is laughable. But you cannot now say use patitam. So you can see when it goes with third case, then it is normal bhave. When it comes with this patitam, this has the meaning of the abstract noun, falling, laughing, eating, different from, falling happened. That's only a usage we are saying. But here it is an abstract noun which comes little different. It'll take some time getting used to these possibilities, but understand the usage is quite different. This is why I give the example for this is, the Madhurashtaka. Hasitam madhuram, vamitam madhuram, brahmitam madhuram, madhuradipate akhilam madhuram. Everything is sweet. His laughing is sweet. His talking is sweet. His vomiting is sweet. Everything is sweet. Whatever it does is sweet. That is that his laughing, his eating, his walking, his talking, that form alone will go in the fourth ktavatu that you see. That's the meaning there. Neuter, and it has a meaning of the abstract noun, not just bhave. Bhave also has the meaning of abstract noun. Okay.
Okay.
Does it make some sense? I know it may not be 100% clear, but some usage will take time to get into your head. Okay. Yes, Deepti.
Swamiji, in that Word document, the third option, Balena Patitam. So why this Patitam? How did we get this Patitam?
1 second. Think for it. About it. Just give me a second. Now, your question is why Patitam? Why not Patita is your question? Okay. What did we see is that the now
in Bhave Prayoga, it is 3-1 always.
No. You should understand one thing. In Bhave Prayoga, what possibilities do you have?
Only 3-1.
Therefore, what should I say? And neuter also. You should remember that. Bhave will always be neuter also. Therefore, what should it be?
Or neuter item.
Okay. Only one possible. Yes, Shainesh, you have something to ask, please ask.
So, Swamiji, the Gatyarthaga, can you again define it once for all? Yeah.
No, I can't define it so easily because it's a little hazy. Gati means moment, okay? I gave you examples. Yawning is a moment, sneezing is a moment, walking is a moment. So what is Gatyarthaka has to be understood by usage. I cannot give a list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Is this understood now? And I deliberately use another pratyaya, hasaniyam, to say aniyar pratyaya. Hasaniya is laughable. Yes, Douglas, you have a question?
I mean, are all of these considered a complete sentence? Even the
yes,
third
they are
one?
also complete sentences. Correct. Balaha patitavan is complete. Balaha patitaha is complete. Balena patitam is complete. Balas patitam is complete. Now your question would be, Swamiji, but we don't have a Tinganta word here. Correct? Is that right or no? Good. Good catch. The point is, this these are things which I don't want to introduce on day one. But the fact is, these are valid. See, I can easily say, Balaha patitavan asti. This is implied. This is implied. Patitavan is what? Fallen. I can add this, but it's not necessary. Similarly, patitaha, I can add bhavati asti. I don't have to add it. It's apparent. See what goes? Balaha asti. Patitavan asti. That's enough. We need. But when I say ekating vakyam, the implied thing, that verb is implied. But the verb sense is really got here itself. That's why we don't need to add asti. So in these cases, in tavya, aniya, and this ta, these are cases where you will find sentences generally without a tinganta shabda. Very good catch. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions at this point? Anyone? Yes, Santosh.
Swamiji, it's this one you said that in bhave it has to be always in neuter, right?
Yes. And
But
third
there-
person singular.
Yeah. So, but when we have having the fourth point of the ta pratyaya, so the karta has to take the sixth case, which you have written balasya patitam.
Yeah, and don't
But-
confuse that bhave with the other bhave.
Okay.
The word bhave is being used in both, but in one, the meaning is that bhave prayoga. In the other one, it is a bhava of the dhatu, which is abstract meaning. Slight differences there.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Got it.
So we have to understand in all these, the difficulties, we have to know the cases well. And this use of the case we have not seen so far in general. See, the sixth case, I have always said is not a karaka. This is an exception. For many kridantas, sixth case will come for either karta or karma. For example, brahmanaha vidya. See, the expression we'll have is brahmanaha vidya. You know what it means? You know what it means? Venkat, you have a question? Or answering it?
How much you had mentioned last time, it denotes ownership.
No, one is ownership, correct. But now, do you think it's see, what is brahmanaha? This brahmanaha, I will tell you, happens to be 6-1. 6 case singular. Vidya is what case? What number?
1-1.
Huh? 1-1. Correct. Feminine 1-1. Now, what will you translate this as? Given what you know so far. Based on what you know, Venkat, whatever you know so far, what will you translate it as?
Knowledge of Brahma.
Knowledge of. Now, of is belonging to Brahma. Is that how you take it? Right?
Ownership, yeah.
Ownership. Now, the fact is, here, this 6-1 could be in the sense of ownership, but it need not be. Because Vidya happens to be a Kridanta pada. And when it is Kridanta, the karma, the karta or the karma of this Vidya can go or will go in 6th case. Now, what does it mean then? It means Vidya is with to know. The dhatu is vidagyane, to know. Now, to know is sakarmaka. It takes an object. Therefore, the object of the dhatu with goes in 6th case. So end up with what? What does Brahmana Vidya mean now? It means Vidya whose object is Brahman. Very different. Atma Vidya, same way, as a compound. Atmanaha Vidya, not my knowledge. Knowledge of me, Atma. Knowledge for which Atma is subject matter. Therefore, these situations are there. So we say that when you have a kridanta, see, this is how we extend our understanding of karakas. When you have a kridanta, then the karma or karta connected to the dhatu in the kridanta will go in sixth case. Not will, I should say, may go in sixth case. Because there are a lot of exceptions to this. Lot of exceptions. See, all these to understand, you either study Panini or it won't enter your heads. It will be very difficult to make this understood. But Panini will give you one sutra, one rule, and give exception. Rule, exception, exception to exception, exception to exception to exception. That's how these have to be understood at some point. All right. But important point for us is what? That here we saw the agent is in sixth case. Here also we saw the object is in sixth case. Okay. And in some other cases, it can go in third case also. So we have a lot of funny things. What we have seen so far of cases is basics. We have not seen everything. So we have a lot more to look at. Okay. So what should you do? Keep your minds open. Don't think this is all to it. So when I ask you to translate, some people are very, very diligent. What do people do now? You try to translate every single possible meaning of a case, which I appreciate. But you know what? In time, you'll run out of space because there will be too many meanings for each case. And I will not give all meanings in the solution either. I will give some meanings which are common. Every meaning I will not give. Only when we do sentences or verses, this will become more clear to us. What meaning it takes in a context. When I give you only a word, you give me one or two meanings, I'm happy. All right. Because I do appreciate people's effort to say what all possible meanings can be there for this word in this case. It's good. It's a very good practice to start with. But I'm saying in time, we will find there'll be too many possibilities. Okay. Any questions at this point? All right. Yes. Vayanti, go ahead. Unmute and ask.
Swamiji, can we say balasya patanam abhavat? Will it mean
Balasya
the
patanam
same?
abhavat. Correct. Correct. That is fine. Now you're using a different method. You're using lut. Okay. Let's write that also. Balasya patanam abhavat. All right. Vrinda, what do you have to say?
Swamiji, sta pratyaya is a, you said it is the adjective of the object, no? Swamiji.
Yeah.
So is there any meaning for gade? Suppose we say gade only. So is there any
You
meaning?
have to
Can
look. There will be a meaning, but you have to understand in the context. Very difficult to
Context.
translate like that. Hard to.
No need to understand, no, like that. Only in the
I won't say no need to. I would say understand it the way I'm teaching you. Okay.
because there is.
If I say no need to, you'll forget it. No, every word has to be understood. Gate means I will give a meaning.
But that
When it is gone. When it is gone.
When?
In the going. I can give a lot of meanings. It's not no meaning. There is a meaning. Understand the pratipadika and understand the meaning of the case. These two you understand separately. You need not combine them immediately. In a sentence, you combine. That's okay. But you should know what the pratipadika means. You should know what the seventh case meaning is, or sixth case meaning is, or first case. Case meanings will remain the same. But when applied to a kridanta, it may have a certain shade of meaning you have to understand. Okay.
Okay, sir. Because there I am having a lot of confusion in that.
That's okay. You stay with your confusion for some time and clear it as you go. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right. So now the alternative given was, we'll write that just so we don't miss that as well. Okay. So now, what is the possibility? So we say Balaha Patitaman, Balaha Patitaha, Balena Patitam. Now what? See, this last sentence is different meaning. What was said is now Balasya, sorry. Balasya Patanam Abhavat. Correct? That's what he said. What does this mean now? The falling of the boy happened. That's how you have translated. The falling of the boy happened, transpired. Okay. Now, suppose you can't use abhavat, what would you say? Bhudhatu. Right? Not normally used. We won't use it. Yes, Santosh. Santosh, unmute and say.
Balasya patanam bhutaha.
Yeah. Bhutam, bhutaha, you have to put something on that. Yeah. Bhutam.
Balasya
But
bhutam.
the point is not common. All I'm saying is you have choices. I have not seen that form now. Abhavat you'll see quite common. Asit you'll see. Another possibility is what you say? Asit. Asit is asdhatu. Asit. Lang lakara, abhavat, asit. All right? All right. Now, what's the time? Okay. Now we have a few sentences, okay? Let's try to understand. So this is, by the way, before I go further, this here, what is patanam? This patanam here is what? What pratyaya is this? Do you know what pratyaya this is? This is called lut. Go back to the spreadsheet, you will find lut. And lut content is what? Ana. Don't ask me how lut becomes ana. We will see that later. U becomes ana. That's all. So ana. So therefore, patanam. Again, sixth case came. Palasya patanam. Bala is what here? Not the owner of the falling. Agent of falling. Karta went in sixth case. So as a rule, in some cases, the agent of the meaning of the dhatu in a kridanta word will go in sixth case. Similarly, object of the dhatu in a kridanta word can go in sixth case. If both are there in one sentence, then what? Then object goes in sixth case, agent goes in third case. This is making sense? If there are both the object and the agent in one sentence for the same dhatu, then the object will go in sixth case and the agent will go in third case. We will see example later for that. All right. This is clear so far? I'm not really moving ahead, okay? That spreadsheet was summary. I know it won't be digested yet. So we are trying to make it digest slowly now. Okay. So now, I have used the word Vishwa. It's not an English word, okay? How will you translate Vishwa? Vishwa means world. How will you translate world? We say world. No. Vishwa in Sanskritam is what? Vividha pratyaya gamyam Vishwa. That which is known by many and varied cognitions. That's called a world. You understand now how simple our world is? What is known to you is your world. And you know what is Jagat? That which moves is Jagat. Gachati, gachati iti Jagat. So you see, you cannot really translate them into English cleanly. They won't give you the same meaning. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari. Vishwam. Vishwam is purely subjective. It is the world you see. It is the world you see through your thoughts. There is no other meaning for it. But how do you translate? World, universe. Neither of those words really convey what Vishwam has to say and what Jagat has to say. But that's the way the language is. So Sanskritam gives you a new dimension to understanding what is being said. Vishwarupa darshanam. What can be seen through all pratyayas is Vishwarupa. Therefore, I deliberately use the word Vishwa in English. So you understand, I want you to use the word Vishwa in Sanskrit, okay? This is called Sanskritized English for our benefit, okay? Vishwa is not a word in English. But if I say world, you will translate it what? You may say Jagat, you may say Vishwa, you may say something else. Right? So now, let's go back to the third sentence. The Vishwa was made by Vishnu. Now, first question is, was made. How will you tell? Was made. What dhatu will it be? Raise your hand. Yes, Malati. Unmute and say.
Krita.
Krita. Right? Kru is the dhatu. Question is, what is dhatu? Kru is the dhatu. Now, you tell me, what will I say for was made? Krita, correct? Okay. Now, what is the word for Vishnu? Pratipadika is Vishnu. Ukaranta Pullinga. Okay? Ukaranta Pullinga. How will it decline? What case will you use? No.
Third case.
Okay. So what will you say?
Vishnu na.
Guru.
Vishnave.
Huh?
Vishnave.
No.
Vishnu na.
Vishnuna. Right?
Yeah.
Vishnuna. What is made? Vishwa.
Vishwa.
Now we have to know what is the gender of Vishwa. We have to know. We have to know gender of Vishwa now. We don't know what's the gender. What will you do? What will we do? Then you do one thing. You now do what? You take up your, one second. Where is it? Okay. You go to Ashtadhyay. Okay. You go there and go to the Kosha. Then do what? Look for Vishwa. Now what do you find? Vishwa, right? Samagram. What else is here now? Vishwa. You see? Vishwam. What is the meaning? We have to see first though. Let's go back further down. So it's easy for us to understand now. Here. See, Vishwa also means all. That's a pronoun. Okay? That's a pronoun. That's not the Vishwa we are looking at. What's the Vishwa we are looking at now? The universe. You can see Idam Vishwam Palyam. So Vishwam. How do we know what's gender now still? Let's see. This is Vishwe Devataha. Vishwam, the whole world. I expected them to show what's the gender. Why is it not showing here? See, Vishwa Pullingaha. Somewhere you have to find, okay, what's the gender. If we don't, we could be wrong. What does it say here? This is Trilingi. But the meaning is Sakalam. Not the same meaning as the world. All. Vishve Devaha means all Devatas. That's different. That's a pronoun, declined like Sarva. This Vishwa is different. So assume it is masculine, okay? For now, let's assume it's masculine. All right. Then what will happen?
Vishwaha.
Vishwaha. Suppose it's neuter, it will go in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second. I just want to double check it if possible. Because gender is always a subtle issue. We may go wrong, It's very possible. Vishwa. Vishwa. Okay. Waiting. It looks like it may go in neuter and masculine to me offhand. I'll double check that, okay? Because it seems to have both possibilities. Omnipresent is masculine. Neuter. Give me one second. Just sure, not giving you some wrong information. So bear with me for a minute. This is how Sanskritam is sometimes. Even if you know one word, you can get stuck because you don't know what gender it is. And you can always make a mistake. It's possible. This I will double check this next time. Okay, I'm not very sure. I don't want to give you. I think it looks to me it could be neuter or masculine, but we will go with neuter for now. Okay, I'm not very sure. I'll double check this. Yes, Wali, you're saying something to me? Wali Devi, if you have something to say, say it. Okay, hands are up for some reason or? Okay, let's go back to the sentence now. 3 hands are up. I want to know why your hands up. Malti, is that you have a question or it's just that you haven't put your hand down?
Yeah, I'll put it down.
Okay, Deepti, you had a question?
No, for Swamiji, the answer was made, so I wanting to answer it as Srishtaha.
Sorry? That's okay. I said made. I deliberately use the word made and said kru. Okay. We can do Srishta also, no problem. Okay. I would have said created. Made. I'm using deliberately English word made. So you use kru. Because Srij Dhatu people may not know. Kru will be known to all. That's the reason. Okay. So let's go back to our screen now. Okay, I don't want this. I want. Still have to get used to this screen sharing in a way which is more helpful to me. Let's see. Okay. Now you see the Word document, right? Yes. Ganeshan? Yeah. Okay. So now let's say Vishnuna what? Vishwam Kritam. Right? I can say Vishnuna Kritam Vishwam. If Vishwa was masculine, it would be Vishnuna Kritaha Vishwaha. That's what it would be. Gender will make a difference. We have to know what it will be, right? Now, Vishnu made the Vishwa. How will you say that now? Now, what will it be? What case will Vishnu be? Someone can raise your hand and answer. Yes, Santosh.
Swamiji, 1-1.
So, what will it be?
Vishnuhu.
Vishnu. What?
Vishwam Apkarot.
Try to now use Kridanta. Akarot is simple.
Kritaha. Vishnuhu.
Kridhatu is Akarmaka or Akarmaka?
Sakarmaka.
Sakarmaka. Can you take it in the sense of Kartari?
Okay, no.
No. Therefore, what pratyaya should you use?
Ktavatu Kritavan.
Ah, Vishnuhu.
Vishwam Kritavan.
Kritavan. Is that making sense?
Yes, yes, Swamiji.
All right. Then Devi made the Vishwa. Somebody else. Raise your hand. Devi made the Vishwa. Who's going to answer? Yes, Geeta. Unmute and answer.
Devi Vishwam Kritavati.
Yeah. So the point is what? Devi, Vishwam remains same. But what happens to Kritavat? What's the Pratipadika here? The Pratipadika here in this line is Kritavat. What is the Pratipadika now for feminine? Kritavat with a Stri Pratyaya added. Feminine. What will become? Kritavati. How will it decline? Like what word will it decline? Geeta?
Kritavati, Kritavatyau, Kritavatyah.
Like Nadi.
Kritavati.
Correct. Correct. Like Nadi. That's all I wanted to say. Devi Vishwam Kritavati. All right. Now, the fortune of beings made the world. Fortune is Bhagya, neuter. Fortune is Bhagya, which is neuter. So, what will you do with this? Raise your hand, whoever wants to answer. Anybody else other than Santosh? Yes, Manjula.
Bhagyam.
Okay. First word you're saying is Bhagyam. Okay.
Of the being.
Jiva. Jiva is the word for beings.
Jivebhyaha.
Jivebhyaha, why? What do you mean by Bhagyam Jivebhyaha? What case is Jivebhyaha and why?
Jiva Nam.
Okay, good.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Jiva Nam.
So,
Nam.
Jivanam Bhagyam, right?
Vishwam.
Vishwam. Sorry.
Vishwam.
Vishwam. What?
Jivanam Kritaha Krita.
See, you made Jivanam Bhagyam, right? So now is Bhagyam.
Singular.
What is singular?
Jivanam.
Think carefully, don't jump. Think carefully and say what you have to say.
Jivanam Bhagyam Vishwam Krita.
So now the point is Kritavat you have to make. You have to make Kritavat. Okay? You have to make Kritavat. But now the question is, how will Kritavat decline in neuter? How will Kritavat decline? Listen carefully. How will Kritavat decline in neuter? You have to know. How does it decline?
Dhiman. No.
That is masculine.
Masculine. That is masculine.
How will it decline neuter? Harsha, you have something to say?
No, sorry, Jagat, Jagati, Jaganti.
Jagat.
No. That is Vishwam.
Vishwam.
Okay, fair enough. If you say Jagat, what will it be here? Kritavat, what will it be?
Jagat Kritavat.
Kritavat. One will be what?
Kritavat.
You understand? Bhagyam Kritavat. Why? Because Bhagyam is neuter. Therefore, you cannot make it Kritavan.
Kritavat.
Is this making sense?
Yes, Kritavat.
Basically, the point is I'm showing you Kritavati is because of Devi.
Strilinga.
Vishnu Kritavan. Bhagyam
Kritavat.
Is that clear? Does it make sense to everybody?
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Yeah. So, okay. This is making sense? See, all we have done really is this. We took the word Kritavat. It can come in all genders. Go back to our spreadsheet. What do you find? It can come in all genders. Look at this, Ktavatu, right? ktavatu is in all genders. Dhatu for all dhatus, in the sense of karaka is karta, bhutakala, and in all genders. Right? Now, template for pratipadika is dhimat. Now, dhimat, you have to look at two possibilities. Is it masculine or neuter? Dhimat can go in masculine or neuter. If it's masculine, it goes like dhiman, dhimanta, dhimanta. If it's neuter, it will be dhimat, dhimati, dhimanti. That's what will happen. You don't know the right template. Then you use that. So that's all we've done. If it's feminine, it goes like nadi. Like we saw, ktavati. Okay? So the whole thing is we have to look at it from all perspectives. To get one sentence straight, we have to know gender, we have to know the cases to be used, we have to know whether it's karta or karma which is being denoted. All these have to fall together, coming together for us to make a meaningful sentence. Any questions? Yes, Deepthi.
So this is that Jivanam Bhagyam sentence. So if Bhagyam is going with Jivanam, should it go in the same case and number and gender?
As
Visheshan, Vishesha?
No, so what will you make the sentences? Jivam Bhagyam? Is that what you mean?
No, Jivanam Bhagyanam.
Jivanam Bhagyam. Okay. Suppose you say Jivanam Bhagyam. Now the point is, who is the karta for creating this jagat? Karta should be in first case, agent. What is the karta? I said Bhagyam is the karta.
Oh.
You understand?
Okay.
I said the fortune of beings, made fortune of beings. Now Jivanam here is Sambandha. It's not a Karaka.
Okay.
Jivanam is not, don't think it is like Brahmana Vidya.
No.
Here it is regular Sambandha, Shashti. It's not a Karaka. It is belonging to the fortune, the Punya Karma, Papa Karma belonging to Jivas. Created the world.
Okay.
Therefore, Jivanam Bhagyam only. If you say Jivanam Bhagyanam, we'll have a problem. It won't work. Is it making sense? Is your doubt clear?
Bhagyam is the karta, and then
Yes.
what is Jiva and Jivanam is what?
Kasya Bhagyam. Who is Bhagyam?
Okay.
I can just say Bhagyam. Bhagyam Kritavat is okay. Now the next question I ask you. Who's Bhagyam? Then you need to supply Jivanam Bhagyam.
I got it.
Is that okay?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other question at this point? Clear enough? See, I'm just dwelling on one thing here, okay? That when you have these kridantas, it's very important to be cognizant of their, see, it comes in all genders. But when you use the word, then the other words which go with it have to go in that gender. That's one important point. Another one is what? If it's kartari prayoga, what will happen? If it's karmani, what will happen? You have to know the difference. And in this whole exercise, we could easily do with lang lakara, many of these, because we are using past tense here. We have not moved beyond past tense today. But lang lakara will restrict you to only two possibilities. What are they? A lakara pratyaya, titaha anti, can only denote what? Karta, karma. It cannot denote anything else. Whereas our krit pratyaya can denote anything and can go as an adjective to thing. Like we saw Rame, Vane, Gate. We can do that. You cannot do with this. You have to make multiple sentences. So there is a beauty to these things, and it also makes things very complicated. And once you have this much, you can now look at compounds also in a better way. So say for example, 1 second. Right? Let's look at this now. Look at this sentence now. So now, where was it now? Yeah. Here we don't have a compound, but we'll look at its name. See, vagartha viva sampriktau. You know what is sampriktau now? Priktau. Prikta is what now? Kta pratyaya. Okay? Kind of together, attached. You don't know what dhatu. Some plus prik or pricha, something will be there. I don't know exactly what the dhatu is here, okay? But we have to look at it. But vagartha pratipattaye jagatah pitarau vande Parvati Parameshwar. We've seen the meaning before that. Now, adhigamya. What lakara, what pratyaya is here? Adhigamya. Lyap. Having understood. Right? Proktam. Vyakaranam proktam. What is proktam? Pra plus uktam. Uktam means what? Vach dhatu. Vach dhatu is sakarmaka or akarmaka to say. It's sakarmaka. Therefore, proktam has to be in what sense? Here in karmani. Therefore, by whom? Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam. Whole vyakarana was told. Tasmai, that panini, my salutation. So you can start seeing the application of these words. Now look at this. Yena dhautaha giraf pumsam. Dhautaha. Dhautaha. That dhautaha, dhatu is dhau, which means to wash. Dhauta is the form with kta pratyaya. Dhauta means what? Washed. Dhautaha, plural. Yena. By these words, by this vyakarana of Panini, what was done? Giraha, kihi, girau, giraha. Words. Pumsam, giraha. Words of people. Dhauta were washed. By what? Vimalaihi shabdavaribihi. By the clean Vimala, without any mala. Means with clear words, clean words, the grammar. By Panini's grammar, these words have been washed, which means they're clean now. Words are not bad, they're clean, they're well made. And tam tamascha ajnanajam bhinnam. The tamaha, darkness, the mistakes. Born of what? Ajnanena janyam ajnanajam. Born of ignorance. Bhinnam. Bhidhatu. Kta pratyaya becomes bhinna. Therefore, bhinnam means they are broken up. They're rendered into pieces. They're gone. They're broken. Means it's clean now. Tasmai paninaye namaha. To that Panini, my salutation. Like this, you will find so many sentences. You see this. Chakshuhu unmilitam yena. Unmilitam means what? Militam is closed. Unmilitam opened. The eyes are opened by whom? Unmilitam. Karmani prayoga. Ta pratyaya. Milita. So you can find so many such words like this, which will show you how these ta pratyayas are always useful to us. Trying to see if there's something else here. No, nothing else here. See here, mukham vyakaranam proktam. Proktam again. And here you see aniyam, shasaniyam, pathaniyam. So anushasanam is a discipline. Discipline of what? Shabdanam anushasanam. Sambandha. So we have to bring sambandha, we have to bring it. Mukham vyakaranam proktam. The mouth is said to be vyakaran. Of what? Of Vedas, Shabdas. So like that, you have a lot of usages for these pratyayas. We will see more as we go. Shainesh, you had a question?
Yes, Swamiji. The understanding I get is the Kritanda compared to the Tinganda is that the Tinganda's bandwidth is limited vis-a-vis, denoting the Karta or Karma, or correct, is Anadyatana only. Leng, for example, Leng is Anadyatana only.
Correct, but you can use lit for paroksha, you can use lung for indefinite past. Possibilities exist. But you're right. In only karma, karta or bhava can be said by thing. Cannot say anything else. And usages have to be different. Right? Now let us say I ask you, whether I want to say, just give me a second, okay? Let me bring up my document again. Suppose I want to say, she ate the fruit. She ate the fruit. You want to use kridanta. Khad is a dhatu.
Sa bhalam khaditavati.
Sa phalam khaditavati. Correct. You ate the fruit.
Tom bhalam khadasi.
No, don't use thing. Ate.
Akhadaha.
That is lung. Don't use that. You want to use kridanta, right?
Okay. Tom bhalam khaditavan.
Good. I ate the fruit.
Aham bhalam khaditavan.
Now you see, suppose you were saying it in tinganta. See here, khaditavan remained the same, whether it is second person or first person. Okay.
Yeah,
and if I made this he.
Yeah.
If I made this he, what will happen now? Saha phalam khaditavan. Okay.
Yes.
Aham phalam khaditavan. Tvam phalam khaditavan. Try doing it with lakara now.
So as a
Aham
student, I
phalam
like it.
akhadam. Okay. Tvam phalam what? Akhadah.
Akhadaha.
Saha phalam akhadat. You will see you have to be a lot more cautious. It takes a different way of thinking, slightly, because the person and number are both coming into the word. Whereas here, the person has vanished, because whether you use first, second, or third, what matters is karta karma, where it comes.
Exactly. The processing we have to use is less.
Correct. Different. I won't say less, different. This will have its own complications.
Okay.
But there are two different uses. Both are in the language. Both have to be understood. No choice.
But more beautiful is a kridanda prayoga.
That's your personal choice.
Okay.
I won't say no to you. That's your choice. But somebody else may say tinganta is so beautiful too. Depends, right? Yeah. So these are things we have to make a note of. These are all differences. Therefore, before I taught you lung, I went to krit. I felt you will learn quickly. And now what is your exercise for you to do yourself? Go and memorize lung, both for Parasnepada and Atmanepada. I don't have to do anything, okay? My job is done. I have told you how the meanings come. What should you do now? You should remember apatat, apatatam, apatan. Memorize. Know it. Then lung is done. Similarly, I will do lot. See, that is why I have first taken time for one lakara. So you understand the meaning. Now only the meaning, the sense will change. In lung only time changes. Right? In rit time will change. In lot and the meaning sense will change. Mood will come. We'll look at that. Okay. All right. I think it's already time. We'll stop now. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Any questions? Today, whole day has been questions. But if you ask questions, still I will answer. Yes, Deepti.
So we just wanted some clarification on like this table which you have given, and where we have written for certain krudantas it is denoting karta, and some other it is denoting karma.
Yeah.
Like ktavatu is for karta only.
Correct.
So that does that mean that kridanta can be used only in kartari prayoga?
No, that's not true. That's not true. Let's look at it, right? Now, even See, the point is this. Now, let us say we have, let's think about it for a minute, okay? So you're saying if ktavatu is the pratyaya, let's say ktavati, all right, or gatavan. Now, vanam gatavan hanyate. Vanam gatavan hanyate. Hanyate, I have to change it now to, I'm using present tense now for simple understanding, okay? But the fellow who went to the forest is killed. What did I say? Hanyate is what prayoga now? Karmani. Gatavan is what? Understand. Don't mix up the inbuilt meaning of a pratyaya. See, now in the word gatavan, the pratyaya ktavatu is inbuilt. It's part of the word formation. Okay. Now that word has an inbuilt sense of denoting the karta of something in the past. But the word can be used in a sentence either as karta or karma. That choice you have. Are you with me?
Yes.
I'm saying vanam gatavan, right? Gatavan. Forget vanam also. Gatavan. Who? Somebody. We don't care. Kashchit gatavan. Gatavan. Yaha gatavan. Saha hanyate. Gatavan hanyate. What did I do now? Hanyate is killed. Who? The one who goes is killed. Kritavan labhyate. Kritavan labhate. I can make any sentence. So when we do kridanta, the pratyayas are putting that sense of the karaka into the pratipadika. And the words you use in sentence can be in karmani or karmani bhaya prayoga.
That's not.
They are two different things. These are two different things. But understand, suppose I said kritaha. The word kritaha has got an inbuilt sense of karma. Krita, not kritaha, krita. Now if I say kritaha, which means the karma is denoted. You have to keep that in mind. If I say kritaha, karma is denoted. Therefore, I have to say kena kritaha. Kena kritaha, ramena kritaha. Manushyena kritaha. I cannot say manushyaha kritaha. If I say manushyaha kritaha, ishvarena manushyaha kritaha. I can make a sentence, but you understand there's a complication added there. But when you say krita, you understand krita, if it is in sense of karmani, when you put in first case, it will mean the sentence will go in karmani prayoga, assuming that is the only action in the sentence. Are you with me or you lost?
No, I got a bit of confused with the ta pratyaya because then all the examples which were given today were like ta pratyaya was used in the karmani sense only.
That's not true. Ramaha vanam gataha is not karmani. Please note. Want me to show it again? Sorry, that one. Okay. What do you say about this now? Ramaha vanam gataha. Is this karmani?
This is kartari.
Then, so this is wrong. I should change that. Just that. It's kartari. So how do you say kta is only karmani? Not true. This is where you have to be alert. If it says Ramaha gataha, it's correct. Ramena gataha is also correct. Ramaha gatavan is also correct. All three are possible. So here we wrote Ramena gata. Ramena vanam gata. Ramena gramaha gata. Ramena nagari gata. I can make. Gender changes. But this is Rama is presented as the karta in Karmani Prayoga. Why? Because Vanam is denoted. Whereas here, Rama is denoted as karta. Okay? And therefore, Gatavan is kartari and it's denoting the karta Ram.
Only because it is gatyarthaka, that's why it is denoting karta.
Ktavatu pratyaya will denote karta for any dhatu.
No, ta. I'm asking about ta pratyaya, that
Ta
gataha.
pratyaya is only possible for gatyarthaka or akarma. Or akarma. Two possibilities. Gatyarthaka or akarmaka. Both are possible. See, this spreadsheet is not a. Are you seeing it or am I not showing you? Maybe I'm not showing. Let me make sure I'm sharing it again. Where's my spreadsheet now? Okay. The spreadsheet is not a very simple spreadsheet. Okay, it may look simple, but it is a little too involved. So you have to know what it says clearly. Ktavatu is for all dhatus and it will always indicate karta. But if you want to look at ta pratyaya only for gatyarthaka, akarmaka and a few others, it can denote karta, not for all dhatus. There is a limitation. Therefore, I gave the dhatu as example of what? Gata, patita, supta, hasita are examples of akarmaka. Okay, Ramaha suptaha or Ramena suptam. Both are possible. All right. Yes, Santosh.
Swamiji, as you said that Gatavan Hanyate. So Gatavan Hataha.
Could be. See, I wanted to demonstrate what. See, if I say Karmani Prayoga, you will see Hanyate will be very clear to you. That yak, the ya will show you Pathyate, Gamyate, Hanyate, Drishyate. Right? I can say Gatavan Drishyate, whatever. Drishtaha, equally good. What am I trying to show? I'm just showing you that even though the word Gatavan, in that Gatavat has got an inbuilt kartari vitpatti. It is denoting the karta. But it can be what? An object also. Because what is seen? Drishyate. What is seen? Gatavan Drishyate. So even though the word is in kartari prayoga, it can go in karmani bhave or kartari. The derivation of a kridanta does not in any way preclude its usage in any of the three prayogas. That is what was the question, and that is what I'm trying to answer. They don't mix up the karaka denoted by a pratyaya in a kridanta with the ability to use the pratipadika in a sentence. These are two different things. First, you form a word, then you use the sentence word as you want to in the sentence. See, the difficulty is, the karaka is there as part of the word in kritavan, gatavan, tavatu hitting there. And what does it denote? Karta. Now the word kritavan, can I use it in karmani or bhave also, or can I not? Or only kartari prayoga? That's how I understood the question. Therefore, I said it can be. Don't try to mix these two up. These are not simple, okay? I don't mind you're asking me because I have tried to put in a spreadsheet so it's easy for you to follow. The spreadsheet took a while to, think up how to do it in a way which will be easy for you to follow. Is this clear, Santosh, now? If it's not, you can ask again next time, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Shanish.
Swamiji, as a student, where we get into a problem is to find the linga of the particular subandha. So
Not only student, teacher also in trouble. You saw it today, right?
So
it happens. Yeah.
So the point is that, and my question is that we can use some tricks to change that. Like, for example, I don't know Guru. So Guru Shreshtaha or Vishwa Bhuvanam, an example. So we can change that word into a particular word, a compound word where we know the linga of it, right?
You could, if you know, but suppose I say use this word only.
No, in a question answer,
no,
we can't.
No, fair enough. All I'm saying is this. In general, our intention is what? See, all these problems come when we want to write a sentence. Our major use will be studying what is written. We are interested in Shastra study. We are not going to write sentences. When Bhashya or you know, a verse says something, can we make sense out of it? And there we can. We will not be in trouble. When we want to write, these doubts will come. Because why? We have not written too much. So you will find that when you read, look at a sentence. You know. So there, this difficulty will be lesser, comparatively lesser. But linga is always a difficult one, and Panini throws up his hand and says, linga depends on the world. I cannot tell you more. There are no simple rules. You have to look at Panini Linga Anushasana. You have to look at Amarakosha. You have to look at other places to figure out what linga it is. And sometimes same word can be in multiple lingas also. There are words which are in all three genders. There are words which are only two genders. There are words which are in one gender. All possibilities exist. Gender is only by a lot of usage of the language.
Because the language first, grammar next. It's like that.
Sorry?
The language
for gender,
first,
it's language only. You cannot have any grammar. There are no grammar rules. There are some, but they are not really good enough to solve all the problems. You have to know the language.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anything else? We stop. Okay, so I hope you know, and see some, you know, I wanted to say something. Exercise that you gave, I have sent the. I have sent you the answers today. Those who submitted by today, if you received it, may not be all. See, I tried to put the answers together in the morning today, just so you have something to look at. So look at it. There were some words that are wrong. I fixed them, right? And Harsha, you did a very good job in giving examples for a lot of those words, which is well done. So I think I should share with you people how it is done, so you can also try to do something like that if it makes sense for you. Give me 1 second. Have it open. Yeah. See, what has been done here is in the examples, when I say kartavya, he added a sentence. Tvaya kartavyam, karma kartavyam. So, you know, you can add. This is all extra. This is not part of the exercise. So, bhoktri, sa stula sharira shirayoha sambandhi, sa naiva kadachit bhoktri, ya. So, you make sentences, and those sentences can help you bring out the meaning better. So, just try to do it for almost every other word here, the pratipadikas, which is a good effort. So Ramasya patitam atishobhanam. Good. So like this, if you try to make sentences, if you know more, you will learn as you go. So it's I thought it was a good way to, you know, to look at things. Did you see the screen, or was I not sharing it yet? No, what a foolish thing I did. That's why wondering what happened. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let me share it again. I think I have to hit share first. All right, now I'll find the screen. Okay, so you see, this is his homework, and let me first change it to view web layout. Yeah, that's better now. Now it should be visible to you. See, the exercise was only to say what? Kartum, tuman, to do. That's all. Then what did he add? Tvam loka sangraham evapi sampashyan kartum arhasi. This is a sentence from Bhagavad Gita, paraphrased. But what did you get there? Kartum. That word. And here kartum is in the sense of arhas, arha. You are fit to do it. It is not for doing another thing. That extra meaning also comes up. You are fit to do it. Kartum arhasi. Tvaya kartavyam karma kartavyam. Two meanings. Kartavyam here is to be done, and other kartavyam is should be done by you. So like this, he tried to put an example for words here, which I think is a good exercise. If you have the ability, you can enhance. I've seen even Bhuma has done something like that earlier, wherein you add more things. So you add what you like, so that when you do your homework, you get more bang for the buck. And when you look at it again, you will have more information available to you. It's a good thing to do. Harsha, I hope you don't mind my sharing your work, okay? Because I felt a good practice must be known first.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So work on these a little more. I don't know if I'll give another exercise for next week right now. I'll see. If I feel like, I'll cook up something. But otherwise, you practice what we know. Look at this. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam. See, there you will find so many ktavatu. Pratibodhita, grathita. Right? You can see the meanings. And if you do, you will start getting more familiar. And for those of you who got those two books, Sarala Sarani, volume 1 will give you a lot of form help. You can know the forms, you can practice them well. Part 2, you won't be comfortable right now unless you have studied Sanskritam already. Part 1, a lot of forms you can play with. It gives the methods to do it. And the mail I had sent you, for those who are not in Coimbatore, you can order it. You click on that link, it will take you to the site, Aurobindo. So it's from Aurobindo, ashram. Well written books, I feel, in some ways. So play with them. If you have the time, play with them. All right. Because what I would like to do going forward is, we can spend time on this a little more. But I would like to now say, some lang lakara. We will spend a little more time on this krit pratyayas. We haven't seen Shatrashanak, etc. Remaining pratyayas we'll look at next week probably. But then I want to move to saying, basic language is done. Now we get into some understanding of alphabet, some sandhi, how to do guna vriddhi. These will help you in deriving forms late as we go. So I want to get to the second level of understanding, where we will introduce some Panini. All right. So from your perspective, if you have time, spend time to get your lang lakara, both in Atmanepada and Paratnepada. Similarly, lot lakara and vidhiling. Start looking at them, get familiar with them. Then you will find that, because there's nothing new in lang lakara, it's just past tense. Meaning is exactly like Latin, except it is past tense. So if you do that, you will find you can understand it. Okay. And I will see there are some books in Sringeri publication which I find are simple sentences, but maybe interesting exercise for you to do. No complicated words, none of this kridanta even. But you will have to translate it, and they will be within your reach, I hope. So I might take a photo of it and send it to you and say, look at this, try it out. Okay. We will see what we can. All right. Thank you all. We'll see you next week in Sanskrit class.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah,